and Project Runway predictive programming. Okay, first of all, who is Kovid Kapoor? Well, he's a fashion designer, and he appeared on a really popular TV show or program named Project Runway. He appeared in 2019, and he designed an outfit that involved wearing a mask, and his name was Kovid, and he did it in 2019. So Kovid Kapoor, right? First thing that came up when I typed his name and went to the news section. Fact check. Project Runway mask outfit by designer named Kovid is not evidence of predictive programming. Okay, straight away, Reuters, the fact checkers, they want to dismiss anything that could be true. Anytime you get close to the truth, boom, the fact checkers appear and they tell you it's false. And so many people say to me, where's your evidence? Where's your proof? Look, I have it here. It says that it's false. So what makes you, little Adam, the illusion, what makes you believe that you're right? Common sense, gematria, the blatant programming that's going on every day and has been going on for decades, maybe centuries, but I can't say. Definitely decades. Okay, so the dismissing the fact that Kovid, who created a mask outfit in 2019, it was nothing to do with predictive programming. It was all coincidence. This next bit, a 2019 Project Runway contestant named Kovid, who made masks, has people buzzing. Did he? Did he have people buzzing, or did he have people questioning what is going on? How clearly obvious they are becoming now. Either they're getting slack and lazy, the Jesuit order, or they just believe whatever we do or whatever we think is not going to change the future. So they're just having a lot of fun now. I personally think that they're dismissing our knowledge. They've got away with it for so long, and they're getting lazy now. And the likes of myself and other truth seekers out there are putting 2 and 2 together and making 4 instead of 2 + 2 = 5, which is what they want you to believe a lot of the time. Okay, so see it for what it is. Stop needing evidence, okay, or proof. Just use your critical thinking skills, use your logic skills, use your common sense, and reveal what's going on here. This is just one example of predictive programming. It goes on. How do the Simpsons predict everything? No, they foreshadow future events. They tell you because the Jesuit order have to inform you of what they're going to do. They have to put the truth out there. They have to. They do it, though, a lot in animation, like The Simpsons and Family Guy and SpongeBob and American Dad and Futurama. They do it in movies, a lot of movies. How does this director continuously make movies and then 5 years later things happen that happened in the movies? Because he's part of the Jesuit order. The foreshadowing and predicting are 2 very different things. Predictive programming is getting us prepared for these future events in our subconscious, so we're not as shocked when they happen. A 2019 Project Runway contestant eerily predicts COVID-19. Well, he's come out and said that his design was nothing to do with COVID, so he didn't predict COVID-19 at all. I'm sure he knew what was coming, like a lot of people knew what was coming, especially all those businesses, those stakeholders from these massive elite companies selling their shares right before COVID hit. I wonder why. Again, coincidence. So let me really get into this now. Let me go through the decode where it's pretty much impossible to argue that this was intentional predictive programming. Viewed tens of thousands of times, a viral clip of fashion reality show Project Runway shows an outfit, this outfit here, with a face mask designed by a contestant named Kovid Kapoor. Shocking, by the way. And yes, I can say that. No, you can't say that. Yes, I can give my opinion on a fashion designer's design. I think it's absolutely shocking. I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. I honestly have no idea. I don't mind either way. It looks shocking whether it is a guy or a girl. Again, why would you want to cover your whole face up? It's just an appalling outfit. But these shows like Project Runway, they dictate what's fashionable, what's stylish. And the Jesuits who own the celebrities tell them what to wear and push certain outfits, and we buy them. We go along with the game. That's cool. Well, this guy got 10 million likes because he's wearing this outfit. Maybe if I buy this outfit, then I can get more likes or more friends on Instagram. It's really sad, really. But I guess it's just the way that they've created this system, this beast system. It's, if anything, a genius system, what they've done, where we've become so dependent on it that people will go out and wear this outfit, unfortunately. So basically, it was in 2019, this, and it was from season 17. It says, while the 2019 scene from season 17 is authentic, some users allege the video is evidence of predictive programming. Think of Dr. Evil when he does that, just mocking us, from Austin Powers. $1 million. Like, anytime they quote anything in a headline, guys, look it up on the gematria calculator. It usually has a really important value, implying that there was prior knowledge of the COVID-19 pandemic. This notion is false. How on earth can they tell you this is false? According to who? Did COVID say? Did the producers of Project Runway say? Did the Jesuit Order come out and say? Like, this notion is false. According to who? Again, shocking outfit. Right, let me go through my decode here. So I've discussed the number 56 a lot this year, especially in connection with coronavirus and Black Lives Matter, but this is not a video about Black Lives Matter. This is about predictive programming and its connection with COVID. So the fashion designer, Kovid Kapoor, his original name is Kevin Kapoor. Look at this. All four ciphers, 137, 56, 160, and 61, they're the same. That is so hard to do. I'm going to make it my mission to show people how to use the gematria calculator, because it's not that complicated, and how difficult it is, though, to find matches. The only one I found so similar to this with all four ciphers is Anthony Fauci, yes, the coronavirus advisor, who works as the coronavirus advisor of Washington, D.C. Well, his name, Anthony Fauci, has the exact same four ciphers as Washington, D.C. You think that's a coincidence? Really? And then the same with these. Again, the Jesuit Order, they give them names. I said in my rapper video, there's a reason why certain rappers get certain names that have certain values. It's not a coincidence. Coronavirus, 56. All these, full reduction. And remember I told you it was in season 17? Yep. That also has a full reduction of 56. Notice these numbers like 223, 142, 160, 70, 79, 155. They don't have, they're not the same, but the full reduction's all 56. Very pure cipher. So there's some detail of using gematria where it's pretty much clear as day that this COVID guy had an agenda to program us, to prepare us for these face masks due to the coronavirus. Unsurprisingly, the episode aired in 2019, like COVID-19, and additionally, two of the hosts of the show repeatedly called Kapoor's plaid mask outfit sick. What do you guys think of his mask? It's sick. And that's literally what they said. No, masks make you sick. All this talk about how masks protect you and you're protecting other people. No, they're probably doing more harm than good. Many doctors have come out and said that, but they've been dismissed. They've had their pages removed online. They've lost their jobs. So the majority of doctors will come out and just tell you, yeah, you need masks. You're protecting yourself and you're protecting others. They do that a lot. Stay home, stay safe, wear your mask, protect others. Don't be selfish. No, it's not about that. It's not accepting that we're getting told exactly what to do all the time, even when it makes no sense. So the designer, Kovid, made an outfit with a face mask almost exactly a year before the pandemic. Okay, in March 2019. One of the judges, named Carly, said, "Do you mind putting your mask back on?" I wonder how many people have heard that over the last 6 months. I must have heard that about 50 times. Hey, do you mind putting your mask back on? Yes, I do. I do mind putting this mask back on. Walking into a restaurant, I have to wear a mask, and as soon as I sit down, I can take it off and be surrounded by a load of people. I don't need to wear it at the beach. despite the fact that there's hundreds of people there. So yeah, I do mind putting the mask back on. But she said it, and I've heard that so many times. It's subtle predictive programming. Another judge asked, "Can you breathe in there?" Think about George Floyd and "I can't breathe" and all that. Just disgraceful. Carly, by the way, this judge who asked, "Do you mind putting your mask back on?" Carly equals 56. Yeah, spelled with a K, like COVID. Well, Kovid, the fashion designer. Kovid went on to say the following: "It's been very interesting to see how fate plays itself out." Yeah, fate. And truly had no idea that the mask thing would blow up. As well as telling Reuters that he decided to include a face mask because he wanted to put forth the issues of pollution. Okay then, Kovid, let's throw in the pollution thing as well. Let's think about Agenda 21, Agenda 30, the World Economic Forum, sustainable energy, climate change. How dare you, Greta Thunberg, a Jesuit puppet? So he can even throw in the pollution aspect. So he thought about designing a face mask to protect us from getting sick from pollution. Again, see through all of this. Look into Agenda 21. Look into it. And Agenda 30, what they want to do. Why they're pushing socialism, why they're pushing equality, where they want all of us to be the same. Because when we're all the same, it's easier for them to control us. When there's so many people. Think about if you have like a herd of goats or whatever, and if they're all just following. Imagine a couple of them just went, meh, meh, and then one went left, one went right, one zoomed off there. Like, people who were controlling the herd of goats, they've lost their control. But they don't want that to happen. So people like myself who question this and provide logical, I'm not even going to say evidence because I don't like that word, information to suggest that we have been programmed over the years. And one of the hardest things is to accept that we've been programmed through TV and video games and newspapers and the mainstream. It took me a while to accept it. Just like it's took me a while to accept that sports are scripted when they're a huge part of my life, and they still are. But again, the more you look into that and you decode the numbers, one, you can win yourself a lot of money, and two, you can pretty much see what's going on, that pretty much all entertainment is like the bread and circus. It's distraction, but they profit off it as well. So it'll continue. Project Runway 2019, I typed that in because this is when the episode took place in this year. That's obviously the name of the show. It equals 201. So I knew that there'd have to be a 201 connection. I found it, and an 84 connection. So the Jesuit order share those numbers, 201 and 84. This number 201 is huge. People go, why is that even a big number? What are you talking about? Well, let's look at event 201, where they predicted a virus coming that would basically affect the whole world right before it did. Let's look at event 21. Let's look at the fact that William Henry Gates, Bill Gates' full name, equals 201. Let's look at the fact that the first Jesuit Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, equals 201, stays in suite 201. Let's look at the fact that philanthropists equals 201, like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the people who are giving away all their money yet becoming richer every passing year. He's made more money since he got into vaccinations or science than he ever did from Microsoft. And then the 84, huge Jesuit number. Just think of the book 1984, where George Orwell, clearly a Jesuit in my opinion, predicted what's happening right now, where basically the government will control everything. There'd be surveillance everywhere. We get big boots on our head if we question anything. He didn't predict it, he foreshadowed it. And obviously then the likes of Google can say, this is the greatest book ever. Wow. They can make it number one in the bestsellers, like these New York bestsellers. Like, it's just because they're pushing their agenda. Look at the Hunger Games. Don't be shocked, to see where they start telling us we're running out of food and they close the supermarkets, or they limit what we can eat, or you don't have your vaccine papers, you can't go in the store, all this sort of stuff. So all these things that are perceived to be a success, it's because they're pushing certain agendas. Same with Oscars and Grammys and all of that. It's not down to talent half of the time. It's connections, and it's whether or not you're willing to push their agendas. If you are, they'll reward you. If not, You know what happens to the people who go against them. Fact check. Project Runway mask outfit by designer named Kovid is not evidence of predictive programming. Verdict. According to a fact checker website. False. While authentic, this scene from Project Runway is not evidence of predictive programming. There is no public evidence to suggest the COVID-19 outbreak was deliberately planned. According to the designer Kovid Kapoor himself, his outfit drew inspiration from mask-wearing customs in some Asian countries, a trend predating COVID-19, and was intended as an environmental statement. Okay, sure, and people will read that verdict and take it as evidence. What? Why are you doing that, guys? Where's your evidence? Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Where's your proof? Where's yours? I demonstrate in my videos many examples of predictive programming. I back it up with the numbers, which a lot of people think mean nothing. Well, the more you look into them and you see them, you realize that they play a huge role in our lives. I'm coming at it from different angles, not just TV shows, talking about how sports are scripted, how there's ritual sacrifices with deaths, the numbers connected with the government and rigged elections. Boom, boom, boom. And still, I get a few people saying, where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Come on, man. Like, stop it. Use your own consciousness, critical thinking, your common sense to see what's going on. So now I'm going to give you my verdict according to the illusion. True. This is once again another clear and outrageous example of predictive programming. There is blatant evidence to suggest this was the case. You have the designer's original name and stage name with the exact same gematria. His stage name Kovid, and his mask design clearly had connections with the novel coronavirus. Now we all have to wear a mask to protect ourselves and others. The 56 connections were there. Furthermore, this was on television, and that sounds a lot like television or TV program, because we get programmed, and we have been for years and years and years, and we continue to allow ourselves to be programmed by watching our Netflix and watching this movie and listening to this song and not realizing what they're doing. And how can we forget the subtle comments from the judges focusing about the model's inability to breathe and commenting on the mask being sick? Yes, it's not like sick as in cool and hip. They're saying that masks make you sick. And I've been saying that for a long time. Okay, you're not going to wear a mask and just drop dead in the street. But again, it's just a social experiment mainly with the masks to muzzle people, to take away what it is to be human, in a sense of you can't see people smile. People are scared to talk to each other. People are scared to even cough anymore. You used to say, if somebody would sneeze, you say, bless you. And now people walk away or look at them in disgust. And it's really sad. And it's sad that we allow it to happen. And they'll keep getting away with all of this as long as people allow it to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're getting bullied and you constantly allow it to happen and you just keep getting bullied and you don't stand up for yourself and you don't say anything, you will keep getting bullied, and the level of bullying will increase because you become an easy victim. And if you do step up to that bully eventually, yeah, you need a lot of courage to do it, and it could be scary. But once you step up to that bully, let's see if he bullies you again. Pretty sure he probably won't. He won't do it as often. So all of this adds further evidence to the argument that the episode was predictive programming at one of the highest levels, and the Jesuit order once again mocking us. And it's just continuous now. So what I suggest is look into gematria, read headlines, really think, wait, that doesn't make much sense. Wait, that can't be another coincidence. But still a lot of people will say, but hey, it's just another wild coincidence. Yeah. Okay. I'll let you decide on this one. So, Kovid Kapoor and Project Runway, predictive programming, or just another coincidence?